Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Well, today we're in a beautiful little place called Tauranga, in New Zealand. The home of the Kiwi, the home of the hobbits. Yes. And today we're doing a small regional hop in our beautiful little Bandeirante. I just love this little aeroplane, guys. I haven't flown this little plane for months. But it is an awesome little aeroplane. If you don't have it, I think I picked this one up on the marketplace a long time ago. I did a little bit of a review and a bit of a flight in it, but I haven't flown it much at all. And it is just beautifully rendered, beautiful textured. Look at the details. We've got the wheel blocks, we've got the cones, we've got the engine covers and everything here, the red exhaust covers, the engine covers. It is just it's a beautiful thing. It's a lovely little plane, ideal for little intercity bush trips and flying in and out of tiny little runways like Rotorua. So we're heading over to Rotorua. We are in Tauranga. So we're going to have a look. The scenery should be nice. This is the standard Tauranga airport. There's nothing fancy or flash. It's the vanilla one out of the box. It looks quite nice. I'm not sure if I want to update it yet. But let's get inside, and we're going to start it up from cold and dark because there's not a lot to it, to be honest. We've got this huge Airbus, or this huge plane over here. I don't know what that's doing at Tauranga. I have no idea how it landed on such a small runway, to be honest. It's a real mystery. But anyway, it's got spawned in here, so they may be stuck. I'm not sure if they will get out or not. So we're going to come over to the tablet, and we're going to make sure all the doors are closed. Make sure all the engine covers are off and everything is good there. Now we'll come down here and we'll check the throttle is in the low idle position. Now just let me check. Here we go. These props here. The condition levers, we'll put those up high, and we'll put these conditions to the cut off. These prop levers the RPM prop levers can go to max. Right, so let's come up here, and I think the first thing we can do is turn on the battery. Now the navigation lights, our rotating lights, we can turn those on. Inverters, here are our inverters. I haven't done this for a while. I'm a little bit rusty. We'll turn on our inverters. And then I think we have to come down here and we will turn on our fuel pump. Look at the control panel on this little plane. So sharp, so clear. It is beautiful. Really is beautifully rendered. Let's turn on our fuel pumps. Okay, and we'll come over here. Just down here we need to turn on our hydraulic pumps, our hydraulic pump switch. We will turn that on. And then I think we can come up here and we will start engine 2. Start engine 2 here. Come down here and we'll watch these gauges, watch our engine pressure, our oil pressure here. Wait for this to come up around 20, 25 or something like that. Okay, let's add fuel to that engine. There we go. The sounds are just fantastic on this little Bandeirante. Just beautiful. I saw a Bandeirante fly over my house today. It is it's been a stable regional little airliner in New Zealand for what, 20, 30 years? I don't know, but they've been around forever. And they're still flying around. Okay, so let's go up here. We'll turn on our other engine. engine 1. And we'll watch our gauges here, our pressure gauge coming up, oil temperature. And we'll come down and we will add some fuel to that engine. While we're down here, I think we can turn on the air condition as well over there. Okay, let's come up here and turn on our generators 1 and 2, and our PAX heat, static front heat, seat belts, no smoking, and our inertia separators here. Turn on our inertia separators 1 and 2. We check that our radios are all on and functional. So that is all good. Right, our passenger is all on board. I think we're just about ready to go. We're ready to taxi. We can turn off our, take away our laptop there. Just do a quick check of our control surfaces and our rudders. It's not too easy to handle on the ground, this plane. It never is. It takes a bit of practice, to be honest, to get this thing going on the ground. Now, I didn't show you my flight plan. Here is the flight plan. Just a little flight plan today. Just from A to B. I haven't even put any waypoints in, really. Just from A to B. So we're going to fly by dead reckoning. We're just going to follow the magenta line there. We're going to follow our line and just head over to Rotorua. Only a few minutes trip. Doesn't take long at all. So take a copy of this if you like, if you want to try the little regional flight out for Jet and Airways. That would be very, very cool. Now we need to turn our engine starters off, otherwise later in the flight we will lose our electronics, I believe, and we will bring our fuel levers up to full there. We can take off our brake and we can start taxiing to the runway. So it's see you later, guys. See you when I get back. We're off to Vegas. Vegas, we call it Rotorua, but they have got a casino there. Now we're going to have a go at the autopilot. Today we will try and use the autopilot. I'm not very advanced when it comes to flying this Bandeirante. I only know the bare basics, I'm afraid, so we'll have a go at that. But it's easy enough to hand fly anyway, even without the autopilot. You can actually hand fly this plane quite easily, really. We'll head down to the end of the runway, turn around, and then we will head back. Been to Tauranga many times. It's a beautiful little town. I've worked here. I suppose it's a city. I think it's a very small city. Worked here several times in my different jobs and roles that I've had over the years. Very nice. Lovely day. Just a few clouds around, so we should be able to see some nice New Zealand scenery, I think, here. Right, have I got my flaps down? Might put my flaps down just a little bit. Not too much. I think this little plane goes like a rocket. I don't think we need too much in the way of flaps. Right, so let's bring up the power. Now the plane usually pulls to the left. I think that's something to do with the props, the pull, and the inertia from the props. So you really have to work the rudders and try and keep the plane in the middle of the runway. Not all that easy. It takes a little bit of practice. We're going to come up, please. Are we going to come up? Oh yeah. That's it. We're up, guys. Let's bring up our gear. Beautiful little plane. Now let's see if we can see our flight plan here. Oh, there we go. There it is. We're going in the wrong direction. We need to turn around to the left and swing around to get onto our flight plan. And then I will engage the little autopilot. Could just fly it manually. It is very smooth and easy to fly manually, and we don't have far to go, but I just want to get the hang of using the system. So today I'm going to try out the autopilot. Now I think we're flying over Hobbiton today, the land of the Hobbit, where the Hobbit movie was made. I'm not quite sure where it is exactly, but I might look into that, and then we'll do a little aerial tour of Hobbiton. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, the Hobbit town. We might even see some little hobbits running around. So we might do that on another video. So we're coming back towards our flight plan. Right, let's head round to the left, and then we'll be on track. Okay, so let's see if we can get the autopilot engaged. Autopilot is down here. Going to turn on the altitude hold, navigation, and autopilot. And let's just see what happens, shall we? Now I think the altitude adjusts itself to where it was and what it was when I clicked that button. So it's gonna sort itself out. Doesn't say on there. Oh, there it is, 4,800 feet. So the autopilot should level us out. Well, it's not really, is it? It's not leveling us out. Let's have a look. Altitude, autopilot, navigation. Okay, 2,900 on the autopilot screen, and it looks like it's going to hold us at 2,900 feet. So what we have to do is manually bring the aircraft up to a higher altitude, and then click on altitude again. That's what we need to do. So we turn off turn off the autopilot in navigation. Okay, manually bring the aircraft up to a higher altitude. We're up to 3,500 now. So now I come down and I click on the autopilot. There we go. That's set at 3,400 feet now. Autopilot light on, navigation on, autopilot master light on. So this should hold us at 3,400 feet. Indeed, that is what it's doing, and we're heading towards the magenta line, so we are on track towards Rotorua. Now, if I wanted to come down, lower my altitude, I'd need to come down here, turn off the autopilot, manually bring my plane down to the altitude that I want to be, and then flick on the autopilot again. It's basically an altitude hold. It'll hold the plane at the altitude it was when you pushed the button, basically, I think. A little bit of turbulence. It's a little bit bumpy. Now, I don't think we are too far away from the land of the Hobbit, the Hobbiton. Over these sort of rolling hills around this area was where the Hobbit movie, the 3 Hobbit movies were filmed, or part of the filming was done. I think over back behind me, to the right over there, but we'll do that on another trip. We will fly around the land of the Hobbit. Now straight ahead you can see a lake. That is Lake Rotorua. Here we go, coming into view now. That is Lake Rotorua. So we didn't have far to go at all, did we? Not far to go at all. And I think just on the other side of the lake to the left there, we will see the airport. But if you're going to do trips that are low and slow over the scenery, you might as well do it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because that's where you'll see all the beautiful scenery. X-Plane is great for the jets, I feel. I'm flying up high and fast. The jets are very, very immersive in X-Plane. But the little low and slow flights, to enjoy the scenery, you've just got to do it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The best way to do it, no ifs and buts about it. Right, there is the airport down there, just by the main number 1 motorway, which runs through Rotorua. So we're going to go up ahead, we're going to go straight ahead, we're going to drop down our altitude, do a bit of a loop around, a downward leg approach, and then we'll come back and land. Now there's a few other lakes around Rotorua. There's the Green Lake and the Blue Lake, that's what they're called. And of course we've got the main lake that is Rotorua, with the island in the middle. There's the little Rotorua airport. Stock standard, vanilla, fresh out of the box. And I'm not sure if I will do anything to change that. I think it's quite good. It's functional, everything I need. If I was really going to base a lot of flights in and out of Rotorua or Tauranga, then maybe I would upgrade. Right, let's flick off our autopilot, and we'll bring the plane round manually for a nice manual approach and landing. A little bit rough, a little bit bumpy, maybe it's a little bit A little bit windy in Rotorua today. A little bit out of practice with this little plane. So I'm not sure how good this landing is going to be, but we'll have a go. Try and do a nice smooth landing in Rotorua for our commuters. Here we go. It's a little bit sort of jerky and bouncy, this plane. You've really got to learn to be smooth on the yoke. That's what takes the practice with this plane, I've discovered. Otherwise it jerks up and down and around. It's really quite jerky. But if you can keep it nice and smooth, gentle, slow sort of inputs, it chugs away really nice. Right, here we go. Here's our runway. Well, welcome to Rotorua, guys. Welcome to Rotorua. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think I did a bit of a landing on one wheel. I think I came down on one wheel. And never mind. Reasonably smooth. Reasonably smooth. I didn't turn the replay mode on, unfortunately. That would have been good to see a replay. Well, we're on the grass a little bit here. Such a small, dinky little airport. I think on our next flight we might head down to Lake Taupo. Yeah, that'd be beautiful. So we'll disembark here. We might pick up a few people here. And I think we'll do a little flight down to Lake Taupo. I think that'll be beautiful. Let's do that. Cute little airport here. Small little airport. Spin around. It's a bit sort of twitchy on the ground, this plane. Just got to learn how to do nice, slow, sort of gentle movements. Okay, that will do us right there, guys. Beautiful, beautiful little terminal. We'll cut our petrol off there. Cut off our fuel. Flick all our switches off. Let everybody out. Thank you guys for travelling with Jet and Airways. Hope you enjoyed that, and we hope to see you back again flying with us. Now we will open the door and let everyone get all their baggage and everything out of the plane. Okay, here we go. Look at that, beautifully animated. Well, it looks like they've gone already. They don't muck around. Didn't waste any time. And we got a fuel truck here to refuel us. The fuel truck is bigger than the plane. Oh dear, I hope he's got enough petrol on board for us. Enough aviation fuel, should I say. Look at the front of this. This is just beautifully animated here. I love this. Got the engine covers on. The exhaust covers on already. Got our little wheel chocks. Got our cones out there. And everybody's disembarked. We're ready to go through some checks and load up some new customers. And we can head off to Taupo, I think. Beautiful. Welcome to Rotorua. Lovely little airport. Quite cute. Alright, I'll see you soon, guys. I'm going to make another video and we'll hop down to Lake Taupo. But I'll do that on another video quite soon. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't tried the Bandeirante, I personally can recommend it. It's not really study level, but it is 100% fun level. Okay, it is beautifully rendered, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. And you can do a lot more with it than what I did. I didn't really get into all the systems and the navigation and all that. You can really get your teeth into it if you want to, and maybe I will do that. But for the moment, I'm just having fun getting up and flying. Okay, take care, guys. See you soon. Ciao.